Hey everybody, we're in Gilbert today. Beautiful property, couple $1 million house, 6,500 square feet. Good Lord, we've got some walking to do today. Brought to you today by our wonderful friend Amy Peterson. Going to be looking around at the property on the outside here. It's about 7:45. It's pretty early. See this nice big driveway, but we're starting to get some cracking, some expansion joint cracks down the expansion joint here. You can see it's blown out through these bricks. It's also getting a lot wider and bigger gaps as we go up. You know, it's from irrigation. You're irrigating a lot around this area. You can see the sprinkler overspray right here. And the water gets under the slab and the slab wants to settle. So as this slab settles like this, that crack is going to form and get bigger. So best thing you can do is keep the irrigation around here. You could probably get a concrete company to come in and lift that up, fill in this crack, make sure the water stays out of this crack, because that'll make it even that much worse. It goes up here quite a ways. Until we get up in this area. You can see it even separates a little bit there. So fill this joint in and definitely careful of your irrigation around there. It's probably good that it has a little bit of a slope, a little bit of a grade to get that water off, honestly. So I might just patch that up at the moment. You can see what happens when you sprinkle your house or you irrigate your house. It's not a good thing. Water gets up, you can see the white marks from the efflorescence or just the calcium deposits leaving the water as it evaporates, and then you can see all the step cracks forming in the mortar where the brick wants to fall down on the corners because of all the moisture in this area. You didn't have to cause this problem. So we've got two panels today. We've got one main 200 amp panel where we got the main shut-off, main disconnect here, and then we have a 200 amp sub panel as well. I haven't located that one yet. Likely it's by the pool equipment somewhere, but we're going to check the voltage or the amps on the air handlers, on the ACs. It's 10 years old. They should be original, so just want to go through. It's a vacant house, so we're going to test everything, make sure it works. Pull this cover off and we'll take a look at everything. So it looks like we have copper for everything in here, all the circuits, all the main shutoffs except for feeding the sub panel. That's where we have our antioxidant paste, and that's where we need to keep that, just to make sure that we don't have any rust and corrosion in that area. But other than that, things are looking good and clean in the panel. There's a lot of stuff going on in here. Just got to pay attention to the wire sizes and the circuit breaker size. Make sure there's nothing crazy, looking for any arcing, any movement in here, anything that might be sparking or causing any issues. Looks clean. Pretty cool. On the backside here, they got a trampoline built on top of a pit. Check this out. Actually get down in here. And hang out in here if you want. Be a nice little shaded area to hang outside. Interesting, they have irrigation set up in here. I wonder what they were growing. Kind of a cool idea. Wish I had this. Come on. A little bit hard to get in here. Overgrown plants, but that's pretty cool. So we have two ACs here. We have a 5-ton from 2014, and then we have a 3-ton from 2014. We actually have a line set going for a third air conditioner that isn't installed yet, or never has been installed for that matter. Cool little pizza oven going on here. Obviously I'm not going to be able to test all this stuff, but that almost looks new. It doesn't look like it's been used very much at all. California. Doesn't fit in there very good though. There we go. That's pretty cool. You are getting a ton of smoke up on that. This is just vinyl, so I'd be careful about that melting a little bit. That's maybe not the best idea to mount that right there. So we always have to make sure that we've got egress from the basement, so that'll be good. Goes right down to one of the windows downstairs. We'll check that out when we get down there. Boy, they didn't square that column up very good when they built it, did they? That thing is all sorts of crooked. Wow. Probably got a wood post underneath there that's twisting a little bit. Home inspector, hello. I don't think anybody's here today. It's vacant. This is cool. This is like a piano room. It's like just a small room big enough for a piano. You can close the doors. Front of the house here, you can open it up, enjoy the sound down the street. That's pretty cool. I gotta say, for a vacant home, this thing looks pretty killer. I love the baby chair over there. Yeah, we're missing a lot of chairs, but still looks pretty cool in here. Hello, home inspector. A little light in here. Light there. Dimmer. Alright, we got our kitchen. Gas range, electric in walls, sub-zero fridge. Laundry room. Oh, we got a sunlight, or whatever you want to call it, sun tube, solar tube. Please do not lock this door. That's out here in the garage. So one of our garages, we've got another garage on the other side too, but yeah, with bigger houses, you're dealing with 6,500 square feet, you're gonna have a couple water heaters. We got one that's already been replaced last year, 50 gallons. And this one's original to the house. This is your bigger one, this is your 75 gallon. Gas lines, no sediment trap. We've got them plumbed down to the outside. We've got a water softener. We do have combustion air vents, which is good to see even in this little room. Then we have water circulator pumps attached to each one of these water heaters. So this is gonna distribute hot water throughout your pipes so you don't have to wait for it. It's pretty awesome in the right setup. I gotta say, you don't see this very often. This is a pretty cool pull down ladder to get you up in the access or the attic. These are not fire rated. This is just thin plywood. So we like to see those upgraded to some fire resistant material, but you usually find these in the laundry room. This is crazy that we have a ironing board out here inside the garage. Pretty nice though. Look at that. You know, if I iron my clothes, I love this thing. Oh, we've got one of these attics that's sprayed with silver paint. I think the idea is it's kind of like a reflective coating, so it's supposed to keep some of the heat out. I don't know about the efficiency of this stuff, how well it works. You know, I put radiant barrier on top of my sheathing. I don't know what a little bit of, what is it, maybe aluminum paint, silver paint is really going to do in here. But we've got pull down stairs from the garage up here. We don't need insulation above these areas. You can see all of the wires, plumbing, got gas lines, water lines, electrical lines. This is why it's a little bit dangerous to walk around in an attic. If you're not careful, you could trip on any one of these, disconnect service, pop a water line. So we got to be careful when we walk in attics. As much as we like to get up here and see everything, this is like a damn death trap, you know. I'm gonna trip on one of those, fall through the ceiling down below. Just got to be careful. Something we don't see in Arizona very often is a fully finished basement. I'm jealous. This probably stays nice and cool down here in the summertime. That landing is goofy. It's like hollow. Huh. I'll write that up. Alright, what do we got down here? We got a double sink bathroom. I'm missing some lights. Alright, there we go. Another bedroom. With our fire escape out the window. Big old closets down here too. And this is 10-foot high ceilings in a basement. This is massive. It's huge. Even the kids' closets are massive. Ugh. That would be annoying. Kid's closet with an air handler in it. Ew, brother, ew. Got a sump pump on there, so when we build up condensate, that'll pump that water out. It's good to have that, especially in a basement. Crank this AC down. Usually bump these down 5 degrees. Just let it go. This basement is huge. Another big room. This must be like the school room. Homeschooling. Telescope. Smaller bedroom, but yeah, we're gonna make sure that all these open up. And then it'd be easy for somebody to get out of here in case something happened. The air conditioner is right above this hole, so you can hear it kick on right now. But yeah, just want to be able to pop this screen out, walk up those stairs, and get out of here in case you have a fire. It's a good option for egress. Another big closet. I'm gonna get lost down here. It's huge. And this is the main room, entertainment room, if you will. This thing is massive. What do we have going on down here? What is that, a 2-inch ABS cap that is stuck onto the floor? Why would you do that right there? See another ABS cap out there. I see one on each one of these window wells. Ooh, fresh candy? Is there any candy in here? No, it's empty. Now let's do some more hunting. There's some annoying whistling coming out of the door of this air handler. It's where the filter is supposed to go if you're using this filter spot, but they're not. So you could tape all these areas up because you're not going to be putting a filter in there. They mounted a filter on the outside here on a register, so this is where your filter goes in. That other one on the inside of the closet is obsolete. I would just tape that off to get that whistling to stop. So we've got a basement. This is the main floor. This is actually coming up to the second floor, so we're at 3 stories. Well, it's a 2-story house, but it's got a basement, so massive house. It's the blue room, a cool nook area to put your books, toys. It's the purple room, a little reading corner over here with its own little light built in. Look at these closets. Look at the shoe accessory shelf built in. That's awesome. A lot of thought went into the shelving in this house. So we've got vents up on top. We've got a smoke detector. That vent is really dirty. It's really dirty. Might be an indication of a problem with that duct, but we've got the air filter up top. Going into the air handlers in the attic. We'll get to that in a second. Another room off to the side. My guess is this is the boys' room. It's gray. There's no pink or purple like those 2 rooms. But cool nonetheless. Then you get your bathroom up here on the 3rd floor. Pink again. It's cool. Plenty of room. Nice toilet, or nice shower. You can already see the crack grout line in the back there. That's gonna have to get repaired. And plumbing smells. P-trap might have dried out over time, but I don't know what's behind this door. I saw a video about this the other day on Instagram, but here's your attic access. I knew it was something because this is a fire rated door. These are a lot thicker than your typical door, so this will get us right off into the attic. They already got the light on for us. Another Motel 6 attic. Love these. The silver spray up on the ceiling. Some displaced insulation. A couple areas. Looks like blown in fiberglass. This is for your in-house vacuum system, these PVC pipes up here. And checking all the trusses up here, we got a lot of different angles and different cuts and different supporting braces, and all the duct work that's over there just wrapped around all the trusses, looking for any major kinks, looking for anything that's going to stick out. Looks like we've got a couple condensate lines running right there, and our air handler over here. Let's see what we have on the other side of this air handler. And just more attic space, more lines running. Yeah, we were over there. That's the other attic space we were at, so we're on the other side of it now. That's good. So unfortunately, it's not a fully encapsulated attic. We don't have insulation up on the ceiling, but it is nice to have access up here to the air handler on a weird attic like this. And look, they even put a lock on the door, so if you were the kids up here and somebody broke into the house, you could probably just sneak into this little area, lock yourself in there. It's better than nothing. Honestly, these things shouldn't be painted in the first place, so I'm sorry, not sorry. Anytime I take these screws off and they're already painted, it just leaves a mess and they look terrible after I remove the screw, but I can't help it. You guys shouldn't be painting your panels. I didn't do it. You can see I ripped some of the paint off just by taking that panel cover off. Hopefully it doesn't look bad when I put it back up there, but don't put paint on your panels. There's no point. Yeah, you might think it looks better, but it's not safe, and I'm just going to bitch about it when I do your home inspection. Doesn't look too bad, but you're going to see a few marks. Unfortunately, that's what happens when you paint your panel. So I was told that this microwave has got some issues on the inside of it. We should put it on the inspection report. I see some arcing on the inside, but I kind of want to see what happens. Oh. Oh yeah. There's some arcing up in there for sure. See that? Huh. Now look at that. No bueno. Who doesn't like some turtles? I like turtles. Let's get this waterfall launched up. Get that thing pumping out some water. Looks like we've got some in-ground jets over here. Get these fired up. See what we can do. Just bring up gutter discharge one more time. We've got a big house, a lot of gutters on the back side here. Got a little bit of a joint movement going on here. This is where it separates, so everything from this on goes that way into a subsurface drain. Everything from this point comes through this way, where you plug in all your lights. And this is where your downspout goes down. So they've got this extension that, if you can remember, during the rain, when the monsoon comes, you can flip that down all the way over here, but it doesn't look like it's been flipped down very much. So you've got all of this depression in here. You can see the movement, the pavers, all the way through there. It's all moisture related, so this is a depression. We want to build this up and get the water out of there. I'd rather see the water sitting over here than sitting next to your foundation. We're just going to be causing some problems. Eventually that water is going to penetrate that wall and cause some cracking, some moisture issues in the basement. So got to get that elevated. So here we've got a pretty complicated or complex pool system. Quite a bit of stuff going on. It's only a single pump, but we've got a lot of valves out here with a couple water features, and nothing is labeled. So I want to make sure that my clients get this labeled before they move in, so if they have a problem with the pool, they can at least come out here and try and diagnose it themselves. But if you don't know what you're turning on and off, it makes it a lot harder. I'm never going to support anybody putting lights over a pool for electrical safety reasons. or if any of this glass breaks and falls in the pool, good luck finding it. You can even see the stairs are starting to settle down in that little hole there. It's not good. Look at those guys. They just taunt me. They just taunt me all day. They just sit up here and they poop, and it rolls downhill, and it builds up on here. So get some bird stop in here. You need something to stop those birds from pooping and laying eggs up there. So I really wanted to get up here and look at the chimney. I don't know what I'm looking at. There's nothing here. They never installed a fireplace or a chimney. We have another chimney down there that's a gas fireplace, so that one's working, but roof looks good up here. Just a bunch of pigeons. Bunch of poop all over the place. Beautiful area down here. We're just south of downtown Gilbert. Just a few miles. A little hazy out today, probably from the heat. There's Top Golf. You can always locate that. That's down by South Mall, Gilbert. But not much going on today. A couple of skylights, solar tubes, mortar caps look good today. Not much to speak of on this roof, for repairs anyway. Well, we finally found the plumbing cleanouts. The seller of the property actually had to come out and locate it for us. So we got one right here in the yard. I would have never found that, honestly. Never. Then the other one's over here, this corner, front of the house. This is a dual clean out, but the other clean out head is located around here somewhere. I got out to the street, so I don't need to locate it, but there's two of them in here. Excessive moisture in this area. We were talking about this earlier. Just look at the sidewalk and what happens when you put too much moisture on it. So that white area is where the water has been ponding, settlement. It's a cool little walkway, but needs some help now. And of course you got your little in-law suite up on top. So there's 4 air conditioners here today. There's 2 on this side, 2 on the other side, but there's another line set here to go to another air conditioner unit. You see 3 line sets coming out, and that 3rd line set is just hanging out. Well, that's because it's up there for an air conditioner that hasn't been installed yet. So if you want to install an air conditioner up there, at least it's prepped and ready to go. No, I don't think I'll be jumping on that today, as much as I want to. I'm not going to. Sometimes you do inspections and the whole family shows up, which I don't really mind, as long as they kind of just let me do my thing and give me some space. But you know, it's a big house. They want to make sure that their family is happy with it. I know some inspectors aren't a big fan of this, and for the most part, it's not good if you don't have an agent here representing you, because you don't want something to happen to the property, and you know, it's just liability reasons. I'm really responsible for the property at the moment because there's no agents here, so if anything happens to it, it's on me. Thanks for watching today, guys. Beautiful house.